What is up guys, and welcome back to some Yooka-Laylee. Now lately this game has been receiving a lot of news and updates, like screenshots and brand new details. Now about a week ago we got the Edge magazine which featured Yooka-Laylee screenshots and brand new details. And later on, PlayStation magazine featured Yooka-Laylee, and guess what? We got brand new screenshots. And that's awesome. What can I say guys, the hype just keeps getting real. So for this video I'll go over these screenshots and discuss about them. Go over stuff we notice. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Screenshot number 1. Nothing much to it, we had a very similar screenshot in the Edge magazine. And according to the artist, this world was inspired by Frozen. I mean look, the place kind of reminds us of Frozen, right? We have the castle in the back, the huge cliff in the back. Yeah, it somehow reminds us of Frozen. Now if we compare this screenshot to the screenshot we had in the Edge magazine, the difference is that Yuka was hanging onto Laylee in the first screenshot. But in the new one, we just have them standing on the left. And that's pretty much it. Okay, the image doesn't have the best quality guys, but at least it's something, right? Alright, screenshot number 2. So we have Trouser the Snake. By the looks of it, the image looks a lot more detailed. It looks like a 3D render of some sort. And about this character, he's a salesman. Once we give him quills, we get new abilities, which will help characters Yuka and Laylee visit hidden areas. This character easily reminds us of Bottles' brother in Banjo-Kazooie. By giving musical notes to his brother, he would teach us new moves, which would help us visit hidden areas. So yup, that's pretty much it for that screenshot. Screenshot number 3. This screenshot right here is brand new. Now, what can we notice? Let's start with the background. We notice it's nighttime. Now, is there nighttime gameplay in Yooka-Laylee? I think so. Remember that teaser trailer where we saw Yuka and Laylee in a world during nighttime? That pretty much confirms it. Now, what else do we see? We see rocks and pillars in the back and a bush. Maybe this is part of Tribal Stack Tropics, the first world Yuka and Laylee will be visiting. But I might be mistaken though. This might be a complete different location. Now we see Dr. Puzz. Who is Dr. Puzz? Dr. Puzz is basically someone who used to work with Dr. Quack. Dr. Quack now works for Capital B. Capital B took over their corporation. Now behind Yuka and Laylee we notice these sparkly effects, this electric effect, something like that. And we see this platform right underneath it. Did Yuka and Laylee transport into this location? Is this location part of a world? This could mean only one thing. Since Dr. Quack is now working for Capital B, what if Dr. Puzz is simply hiding? She refused to work for Capital B so she ran away. So she simply had no choice but to hide within the world, and that's why we see a portal right behind Yooka-Laylee. Okay, we also see this laser pointy thingy right besides Dr. Puzz. Now what can that do? Is that the device which will transform us? Maybe. If we compare Dr. Puzz to Mumbo Jumbo, Mumbo Jumbo is all about magic. Since Dr. Puzz is involved in technology, she'll probably use that laser thingy to transform Yuka and Laylee. And remember in Banjo-Tooie and Banjo-Kazooie, to visit Mumbo Jumbo we had to enter his house, which basically looked like a huge skull from the exterior? Yeah. In Yooka-Laylee, Dr. Puzz's lair, let's say, is a portal. We have to enter a portal. And each world will have a portal. So we definitely noticed a few things in the screenshot. Alright, next screenshot, number 4. It's pretty much very similar to the screenshot we got in the Edge magazine. However, this time, we see the cloud producing rain. What else do we notice? We notice Yuka's head turning blue, his tail and his hands as well. Now in the previous video, didn't I talk about splash berries and frost berries? What do they do exactly? Frost berries freeze a lake. That would allow the player to explore other areas. And the splash berry basically creates a rainfall. In this screenshot, I'm going to assume that Yuka consumed a splash berry and fed it to the cloud. And by doing so, the cloud produced water. But I'm just assuming though, I might be mistaken. Maybe Yuka turning blue is probably something completely different. Next screenshot, we have this arcade room. Now, the arcade can support up to 4 players, and this location can be visited via the main menu. And we see a bunch of Retro 64's pictures on the machines. This is basically where we'll meet 64's. Now in Yooka-Laylee, there are tokens which the player can collect. By collecting those tokens, the player can unlock arcade games. We give those tokens to Retro 64's. About the arcade games, nothing's been revealed. We don't even know what the games look like. I guess we're gonna have to wait for E3. It's pretty soon. Yay! Okay, next screenshot. When I saw this one, I was kind of like, what? Is that water floating in the air? How can water float like that? I don't know, can we build bridges using water? Can Yuka use splash berries to produce bridges? I don't know. It really looks like water floating in the air. Or is it ice? Who knows? Whether it's water, ice, or something, it looks like a bridge. What do we notice in the background? We see a bunch of coils, and by the rocks and bushes, I'm gonna assume this is Tribal Stack Tropics. Remember the big structures we saw in the background in the screenshot right here? I'm gonna assume that Yooka and Laylee are visiting those locations, the structures you see in the back. And it really feels like Yooka-Laylee will have large worlds, just like Banjo-Tooie. And the screenshot right here just proves how much the game might be challenging. If I forget some details, guys, just mention it in the comments. Alright, next screenshot. We have Yooka and Laylee gliding above this boat-looking structure. Could this possibly be the hub world? Could this be Yooka and Laylee's home? In the previous video, I showed you guys a screenshot in which we saw Yooka and Laylee's home, a ship, which goes by the name Batship Crazy, which is pretty hilarious. By the strings and the wooden structures, I'm gonna assume this is their ship. Now in the back we see like this industry. Is their home right next to an industry of some sort? Maybe. What else do we see? We see quills and a pair of underwear on the trees. Now can this game get any funny here? Wait a second, the trees in the back, don't they look similar to the trees we see in the screenshot right here? They do. So this is probably their ship. Since Yooka and Laylee are gliding and collecting quills, I'm guessing that this world is playable, just like how Banjo and Kazooie's home was a playable world, while Spiral Mountain was like an introductory level, learning the basics and stuff. So Yooka and Laylee's home will probably be the same as in a tutorial level. Next screenshot. We see Capital B with Dr. Quack. In the background we can notice this giant statue of Capital B, so I'm gonna assume that this is his lair. Wait a second, aren't those books in the background? Now in my previous video, I showed you guys a screenshot which we see a bunch of books in the background. We had a bunch of googly eye crates with Yooka rolling around. What if that screenshot was actually from his lair? Could be. I mean, we see books in the background in both screenshots. Here's another thing. Notice the background right between the statue's legs. Doesn't that look similar to the screenshot I just showed you guys? It pretty much does. It's the same location. This is probably the top of his lair, the final level. So I guess we pretty much got a glimpse of the final level. That's pretty cool. Okay, final screenshot, guys. Nothing much to it, we simply see a quill with googly eyes. So does this mean that there's a Mr. or Mrs. Quill in the game? Maybe, maybe not. Or wait, maybe this is an evil quill? Who knows, really? So this is pretty much it for the screenshot. Okay guys, apart from these screenshots, we got brand new details from the PC Gamer magazine and the Xbox magazine. First, according to Playtonic Games, the game will have a combo system, which will allow the player to chain their attacks and make them more powerful. We still haven't seen any of that, but we're pretty much looking forward to it. And hopefully E3 will show some of these things. Now, a lot of us have been wondering, how many worlds will this game have? According to PC Gamer, Yooka-Laylee will be able to visit 5 worlds. Now, some people think that's way too little, however, according to Playtonic, by collecting pagies, the player can expand worlds. It's like saying the worlds have 2 parts. So basically, the worlds should be pretty huge. We could expect a lot of gameplay time despite the game having only 5 worlds. Now, according to the Xbox magazine, Yooka's camouflage ability has been confirmed. So far we've only seen jump, glide, and roll. We still haven't seen camouflage. It'll probably look cool. You know what's even more cool? The name of another world has been confirmed. It goes by the name Shipwreck Creek. So far we have Tribal Stack Tropics and Shipwreck Creek. That's 2 worlds out of 5. So we still have 3 unknown names. Maybe we'll get more names eventually, only time will tell. According to Playtonic, Shipwreck Creek is an opening world and looks like a tropical place with temple ruins. Now here's what got me confused. Doesn't Tribal Stack Tropics have temple ruins? Here's what I think. Tribal Stack Tropics is the first world Yooka and Laylee will be visiting, which is basically playable with a bunch of challenges. Shipwreck Creek will be an opening world, like they said, but has to do with tutorials. And is probably Yooka and Laylee's home. Doesn't their home look like a shipwreck? There you go, Shipwreck Creek. According to the magazine, some trees will have ammo seeds, some are water seeds, and some are ice seeds. Now didn't I talk about the cloud a bit in this video? Like the splash berry and the frost berry, Yooka feeding the cloud some splash berries? In the magazine it is explained that by throwing those seeds at the cloud produces rain. Now there are 2 seeds, we have water and ice. By giving the cloud water seeds, the cloud produces rain. By feeding it ice seeds, the cloud produces snow. Now I don't know if they got the splash berries and frost berries confused with the seeds, but they're probably two complete different things. And it really seems like this game has a lot of collectibles. Okay, next, another character has been revealed, however we don't have a screenshot yet. The character goes by the name NIMBLE, and this character will challenge Yooka and Laylee to a race. By winning, we probably win a pagie and other collectibles. Next, remember when I showed you guys this screenshot with the skeleton? Well, the skeleton's name has been revealed. Her name is CLARA. And according to Playtonic, we'll have to save her from the enemies. Here's something else that was mentioned. The game will have a puzzle in which the player will have to hit 5 tiles in the right order in a limited amount of time. Banjo-Kazooie had a bunch of puzzles, I remember, so pretty much this game will have a lot of puzzles as well, and I'm looking forward to that. Alright guys, one last thing before I end this video. Some enemies in the game will simply be googly eyes running around, and if they stick to an object in particular, they become the object. The object becomes an enemy. For example, let's say a googly eye sticks to crates. The crates turn into bad guys, and who knows what they can attach themselves to. What if they attach to something giant? You know, we would be facing that giant thing. Who knows, maybe we might face pairs of underwear. Remember that underwear we saw around the ship? If the googly eyes attach themselves to that, then the underwear basically becomes an enemy. Like, could this game get any more hilarious? So there you have it guys, another Yooka-Laylee update video. If you watched the whole thing, thanks, you're awesome. And as usual, if you have any concerns or thoughts, leave them in the comments. I've been Vivi, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.